Let me get flipped around here. Hey guys, just came into the shop today. Hopefully you can see this, but I was gonna put on the. I just came in to throw a tie rod in on my car quick. Hadn't been headed out of the garage all winter. You know, here in the Rust Belt. No point in driving a car when you need a four-wheel drive. So, but I thought since I was in here, I would give you the tool cart tour of the custom U.S. General tool cart, 9-drawer tool cart that I made. This thing was pretty dreamed up in my head. I just was like, you know, I don't want the width of one of the big snap-on Matco rolling carts, and I wanted the height. So I did some measurements. It took me about a month to finally come together with what I was going to do, and so I designed and created this thing. And well, I shouldn't say designed and created. It's basically two U.S. Generals stacked on each other, but it took some time to figure out that I didn't have to do very little work, because when you buy the green card here, or blue, or whatever color it is, you can flip those legs upside down from how they tell you to install and set them on that 4-drawer cart right there. There's a little bit of dead space in between here, but actually I store some stuff that I don't want use that much in there, and I just kind of, you know, whatever, just it's nobody knows it's there, so it's kind of a secret compartment, so it's cool. I got a lot of stuff in here. This cart is my go-to as far as everyday stuff that I use. I mean, got the side shelf. I use the packing blanket or moving blanket to cover the toolbox because the screen gets dirty, but I like how the color combo turned out. I just put some cheap rubber bumpers on there. They kind of have some sticking issues. But for the most part, you know, this thing's pretty legit. It has been using it for 3 weeks. Wanted to make sure that everything I got it set up like, and I like it. The setup I got here is awesome. The cart is fairly compact, so I can wheel it around the shop fast. It's got almost everything that I need at a glance. My big toolbox is in the other part of the shop, but so I don't have to run back and forth to grab that. You can see I've got a power strip here on the back, and got a hood prop tool down there, the funnel buddy. I didn't even drill this in because I haven't decided what I wanted to do, but I just basically have this magnetic on the back here. So, and it's, you can see it's pretty legit. You got to really put some force in there. I mean, I grab this. You can kind of ram and jam on it, but works good like that. So, and then I just use the clip here to hold up my snap-on mat, and got some gloves, fluids and stuff, Prybars, another one tucked in there. So that's kind of the exterior shell of the box of what I've got going on. As far as what's going on with the rest of the box here, kind of start going through what I got up here. So up here I got these little trays supposed to be for sockets. I just use all my adapters up there because I ran out of room down here to put stuff, so I just got all this stuff. Got the just picked this up, used it a couple times. I think I like these pinless designs probably the best. I think these are probably the best swivel sockets. I don't know, I've used the snap-on, the pin in the middle, you know, and then the I've got the Mac pinless, but this fluted design is pretty awesome. I suggest if you want to try swivel sockets, this is the best way you find out if you like them or not, by buying one of these. There's a part number on that, but I just wanted to try this out to see, and it's very smooth, very fluent, definitely something I like. So, and then I've got the rest are just half to 3/8 and 3/8 to half deals. But got the this is a Mac flat magnetic tray. It's really thin, really strong, obviously you can see, so it doesn't take up any space, and I can lay my wrenches flat against there. Just got some standard swivels. These are El Cheapo Harbor Freightos. I don't use that much standard stuff, so I have yet. Whoa. Sorry guys. I don't use that much standard stuff, so not really necessary to have anything that great for me, I guess. But the Max Zero offset wrenches are definitely my go-to wrenches at most retrospect, the times that I need them. Carlisle, got a Carlisle zero offset. I was just trying those. I'm getting the mountain wrenches, but I wanted to try that out because I got a deal on it for like 20 bucks. Just to see if I was going to like these offset ratcheting reversible wrenches before I actually spent the $200 on the mountain wrenches. 3/8 Mac locking. I like locking extensions. Some people don't. I do. You know, short, half-inch extension, 3/8, just S&Ks. This little bit adapter. I got more bits I'm going to be putting in here, but right now this just holds my quarter or half, 3/8 and quarter drill adapters, or little impact adapters, a couple of magnetic trays, another magnet here, a couple of Mac screwdrivers, number 2 Phillips and number 2, or number whatever, the slotted, 5/16 slotted, whatever, and then a snap-on one that used to be my pocket screwdriver. Then these are all Mac magnets here. I don't know the part numbers on here. I'll try to get them if somebody asks. But that magnet right there is definitely my favorite. That's probably the best one I've ever bought. I've had it for, I don't know, 10 years or whatnot. So then we'll start over here. I just got a belt tensioner tool. This is pretty standard breaker bar. My Big Daddy dual 80 locking flex head, half-inch snap-on. I love this guy. That's my go-to guy now. I really don't use my breaker bar that much, to be honest with you, because I usually tear into that thing more than I do anything. And I've got a lady's foot, and then one of these Mac locking extensions. That's pretty handy if you want to get someone there and can't get a ratchet. These Pittsburgh screwdrivers, I like these. These are cheap. You can beat the crap out of them, and I just got them. Basically, that's what I bought them for, just to beat the snot out of them. Especially this one. This is the one I use all the time for prying on. I just want to bust it. Snap on, locking flex head, or locking Prybar. That thing's awesome. Some long cabinet screwdrivers. These things work just fine. Don't need nothing that fancy. Another $7 purchase. That don't use that many long screwdrivers, but when you need them, obviously the spring-loaded pickup tool. This thing has saved me more times. I've had this thing for close to probably going on 20 years now, and this thing has saved my tail more times than not. So get that little sucker stuck in there. Oh, I got a mess going on over here. That's the only bad thing is you gotta watch what you got going on there. Alright, let's get back to business here. Got some 3/8 or axle nut sockets, half-inch deeps, snap-on, semi-deep. I use them quite a bit. 3/8 deep, shallow. Then I got some Carlisle stubbies. These were dirt cheap, so I just wanted to try them to see if I was going to use stubbies a lot. I haven't really run into, I don't use that many 3/8 shallow really. So 3/8 Mac chrome. These sockets have been working fine for me for years. Semi-deep, shallow. These 3-tier racks are awesome. I got another half-inch one coming for my semi-deep and shallow. This is all metric. I really don't run across that much standard stuff. We're working on Chevys and Chryslers and a lot of GM brake lines, engine swaps on smaller cars. I don't know. I'm in the lots basically full of pretty basic vehicles, I guess. So I don't really run into that much standard stuff. So then we got some. Then we got Snap-on and Matco mixed up here. The Torques and hexes. They're just kind of all jumbled back and forth because I break one and buy a new one. Go through. You got to have two T30 Torques, you know, when you're doing them brake calipers. So I just broke that Matco one, so obviously it's going to get replaced again, and it was already brand new. I didn't even use it that much. So Snap-ons break just as much as the Mancos. I don't see any difference, so I don't care. I'm not really biased to tools. Just got me a couple of these cheap Harbor Freight like some crow's foot, locking extension 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch locking extension, 24 inch wobble, and 24 inch non-wobble chrome extension Snap-on and Max. My name brand stuff that I beat on is usually the big tool stuff. Is the stuff that I beat on. I usually replace it with big stuff. So then I got just tape measure, hood prop tool. These are definitely handy. This one was a Mac. I've used it for 15 years. Never lost it. I lost the little flag off of it, but I never forget it's underneath there. So then we got some 1/4 inch Wobble Plus Snap-ons, some Mac 3/8 wobbles, some thin wall sockets, which I got the other ones out for taking my car off. Got the 17, 19, 21. This set's just handy for when you're doing wheels. You don't have to have a whole set of them. I think I usually get away with doing everything I need with these. So Mac 1/4 inch swivel chromes, Mac shallows, Mac mid-length, and then the deeps. I'm a big advocate of having semi-deep sockets. They have saved me more than not, like I said. So and then I just got Lyle E-Torxes over here, and my Mac 3/8 swivels. I need to get some deep swivels, and I think I'm going to buy a set of Matcos. So I'm going to go that route. These ones have served me well, but I'm going to get some 3/8 Matco deeps. Anybody has any qualms against that, you know, comment below. Tell me what you think of the difference. Quite frankly, I've seen them all break, so just whatever it is. Then I got the Matco screwdrivers. I've only broken 2 of these in 15 years, so these are well used. Not as much as they used to be, but the only 2 I've ever broken was the number 2 Phillips and this flat one. And believe it or not, neither one of them were being abused. It was from me torquing on them. I had the Snap-on. I actually have the Snap-ons there at home in my home garage because I didn't find them to be as useful. I just recently bought the stubbies to add on to my set, and I really dig these, but I personally like the Matco screwdrivers the best. I think they are hands down. But then again, I'm not biased to one brand of tools, so and you can see that I use what works. Another 3/8 Mac locking extension. I kind of bought those as a novelty. I don't use them as much as I thought I would, but it is what it is. So that's oh, I got this tray up here. This thing's awesome for holding my Bluetooth speaker and my light. This Harbor Freight light, I love it. I bought it for, I paid $35 for it, and it has a 2-year warranty on it. So you tell me where you can get that kind of deal from anybody else. And it's got high, a low, and a beam on the end, and it's flexible, and it swivels. So this thing kills it. I love it. Can't say enough good things about it. I wish it lasted a little bit longer, but 2.5 hours on high for 500 lumens is pretty good. And you can see that it's not dim, so it's lighting up my whole toolbox here. But we'll go down to what I call the money drawer of this thing is the ratchet drawer here. We got a 3/8 breaker bar Mac. I don't really use that as much anymore now because I got the new 3/8 extra long Snap-on 17 1/2-inch Matco locking flex head, 3/8. This is a 3/8 XR 11 PA with a 1/2-inch drive head in it. I'm not even sure you can get these anymore. Kind of I guess it was a little bit of a inside job that I did there for that. So somebody gave me this stupid Pittsburgh thing. I don't even use it. I don't know why I even have it in there, but it's in there. It is what it is. 3/8 Roto Ratchet. Don't use that as much as I thought I did, but I warrantied that out because my grandpa actually gave me that. And it was pretty beat up, so I warrantied it out for a new one. I don't know. 3/8 long. This was my go-to ratchet for years. Had that for a long time. And this one. These were my first 2 ratchets that I bought. And then I had these 2, and I'd used these for a long time too, the speeder handles. But I've since kind of retired these. I don't use these as much anymore. I tend to use this 1/4-inch 3/8 and this 1/4-inch Roto. I use that, probably one of my most used, and then now I use the Big Daddy. And this is a FHLL F80, the dual 80 3/8, and I love this thing. It's awesome. Can't say enough good things about it. One of my favorite ratchets. Got a Mac 3/8. That's another one of my go-tos. Mac 3/8 1/4-inch ratchet. This thing's been a soldier. MR5. Had it for years. It's not as fine tooth, but definitely been through some business. So, and the part number on this 3/8 Roto is, let's see here, FHCNF 72 tooth. All their 1/4-inches, for some reason, are 72 tooth. I don't know if anybody realized that, but so then you talk about, this is my go-to most of the times for my smaller 1/4. These are 88 tooth Mancos, locking flex heads. I beat this one all to crap. It's been through the ringer. Can't complain. Ratchet works great. Got a very thin profile on it. You can see it's my finger's actually wider than the head of it. So that part number is a AFR 6LF TM. So that's a damn good ratchet. So then I got the extra long 1/4-inch, which is definitely an awesome ratchet. Another 72 tooth. All their 1/4-inches are, and this one is a THLLF 72. Great ratchet. I like Matco and Snap-on ratchets. I think they're 2 of the best in the business as far as that goes. So here's a 1/4-inch, another one that I use getting into tight places. I don't really need a low profile ratchet with this one. With these right here, they do the job. Never had any problems with that. So let's get this sucker to focus. AFR 5T. So that, and then I've got this. I don't really use this, but this is a 1/4-inch spin handle. You can see the handle spins and the head spins. Stanley. If anybody's interested in something like that, there's the part number, 89-961. Just had it kind of once in a while. It comes in handy. So that's the ratchet drawer. Then we'll move down here to the picks, trim tools, stuff like that. Just got some Matco trim clip pliers. These are the PCP 920s. These things are awesome. You can really get in there. They got that, you can see that flex on them, or you can get that angle on them. So you get underneath there at a 90 like that, and then you can pry up. Got these. I don't know where I got these things from. Somebody gave them to me, but I'm a scissors guy. I need scissors every once in a while. These things are awesome. They work great. Love them. Don't have to worry about getting your fingers caught up in there. Whoa, almost stabbed myself. Some Mac long picks. Snap-on hose pick tools. You know, mirror, inspection mirror, temp gun, razor blade, more trim clip tools. This one's kind of my other go-to. That's a CL880. You can see how fat that thing is, how stout it is right there. It's real beefy. Doesn't have any give. Feels really good when you get in there. It's got a good angle to it, thin head. And then I got one of these cheap plastic ones that I also use quite a bit too to get in some tight spots. Works good enough. And then I got the Prybar here from Blue Point. This thing, I haven't used it much yet, just got it. PBF T10. It's got a thin deal there. See what happens if I use it much or not. I don't know. I'll buy tools from, I'm a tool whore, so. Magnets, gotta have the big magnet, little magnet, flexible magnet. I've had this one forever. Once again, saved my butt for years. This is a TMF 500A from Mac. Great tool. Super scrapers. Love the super scrapers. Gotta have those. If you don't have a super scraper and you're using other scrapers, you are dead to the world. I don't even know what the part number is on this one, but that's the wide blade one. And then, if you haven't seen these are the cat's ass. 5/8 super scraper, part number, model SS5. Super scraper. These are actually made here in Iowa. So yeah, if you look here, they're made by Innovative Tool Company. Focus, Innovative Tool Company here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. There's their address if you can't get a hold of, or if you can't find this scraper. There's the number, superscraper.com, free of charge. Get you one of these. Look at that, they were sharpening these free of charge. So I live here in Des Moines, and I run by there every once in a while, take my super scrapers over there, and they just sharpen them up for me. So, killer deal. Support local people. I support Super Scraper, is the best scraper you can buy. I'm not sponsored by them, but I'll tell you what, if they want to sponsor me, I will definitely support them because they are a smoking awesome product. So, best scrapers in the market. Got some of these picks. Got some of my own screwdrivers. These are my pocket screwdrivers that I make. These are awesome. These things will pick up. Let me just give you a little demonstration. Let's see if that's a pretty big socket right there. And that picks it up pretty decent. That's a 34 mil. So excellent socket. That's how good that's why I make them. So yeah, so that's that drawer. We'll move on down. I'll move over here to the electrical drawer. Got some test lights, brake caliper hangers and brake tool, some shrink wrap, my Torch 300, which I love. This is my small pin test light for doing pins. I used to have clips for this that screwed on there, but I don't know where they're at now. But that test light's an ET151 SKD, super small probing tip there for getting into those tight spots. Some markers, reversible drill bits and extractors, drill bits, wire stripper. This This is my mate. This tool I couldn't go without soldering anymore. I use this all the time. WH500 little magnetic clips. See if I can get the camera. Should have brought my tripod in, but it's hard to do. These things come off. You get them set on the wire, and then you can clip them on there. They rotate. Great for doing electrical. I love them. You're in the trunk of a car or something like that. These are the cat's ass in my opinion. Carbide bit burrs, Max, titanium step drill bits, Max, master appliance, soldering iron, EI 20K. Probably gonna get the Milwaukee cordless soldering iron. That's my next purchase, and then just the cheap Weil test light, battery terminal cleaning tools, stuff of that nature. Pretty basic stuff in here for electrical. I do a lot of electrical. So that's that. Now we're on to the plier drawer. I kind of got some wrenches in here, but I got some pliers, hose clamp pliers, the pinch off ones, spark plug boot. These things HCP. See if I got HCP 554. Got some brake line clamps coming in. These are pretty good. I got the small ones and the big ones. These are the HCP 555s. Mac tools. Got those vice grips. Got the electrical pliers there. Some more electrical snippers there. Nipexes, a vice grip brand, Nipex. These are some of my favorite high leverage Mac and Nipex. These are the P7WRs. Got the snap-on pliers. Those are awesome. Some more Mac pliers, Mac pliers, Mac pliers. Mac needle nose, Mac needle nose. More Mac needle nose. And got a pliers obsession, I guess, not really, but then I just got these. Somebody got these from Harbor Freight and gave them to me. These things work really well, actually. Pretty cheap. I don't know if there's I don't even know what the part number is on them, but they seem to work pretty well. They don't flex that much. Let's see if there's anything on there. No. I don't know what they're either Pittsburgh or Quinn's, I guess. Probably Quinn's since they're blue, but I mean, I can't close these things together, and I got a pretty good grip. So they're pretty stout. We'll see how long they work, but I mean, if you're getting down in some tight places, they've helped me out already, so I'm glad I got them. So we got the Easy Red. These are alright. I still like the snap-on pistol grips better. I have the side cutters too. These are the T96 EPs. These are my go-to. These are the pliers I probably use the most, as well as the snap-on flush cuts. Use those quite a bit too. Very great. The hand on those are awesome. I got some S&K locking flex head ratcheting wrenches. These aren't my main wrenches. These are just wrenches I need quick. So just some standard junk. Some more the hose clamp tool, hose clamp pliers. That's about it for that drawer. Moving down this drawer, I got another kneeling mat, the Matco. Works good. The EEC T900, which just failed me the other day. It's actually broken now. I just got it here a couple months ago, and don't understand why, but it's broken. But got a first aid kit, you know. Matco precision screwdrivers I got. This scan tool is awesome for doing code reads. AL319, the Altel AutoLink. This thing works awesome for clearing codes quick when you need to. I just got a spare hose in here. Got some stubby Blackhawk wrenches, ratcheting wrenches. all gear wrench, reversible wrenches. Don't use the stubbies as much as I thought I would, but I have them in there. Just got these. These are my old spark plug sockets I've been using. They've been archaic. These are magnetics. Some people say they break. I don't know. Snap-on's got a tapered design that I hear a lot of people complain about them. Maybe I'll just stick with the old rubber booted ones, but got a deal on these, so we'll see what happens. PK6 convertible snap ring pliers. These things work awesome. These are my, I love those. I wouldn't trade any other snap ring pliers for those. That's a Crystal Light when I'm thirsty. Put all this crap back. Sorry, it's getting warm in here. Now we'll move on to the bottom box. I just got a Mac rethreading kit, master rethreading kit. I use this quite a bit, fixing crap. Some of the guys when they screw up stuff. Microfiber towels and another drill bit set. Stethoscope. It's kind of a little junk drawer actually. Then we got air tool drawer, which I still use. Air tools enough. 1/2 inch impact, 3/8 flathead AR 240, not 250. This little guy right here I use quite a bit, just to get in some tight spots. This is a AR 266. We have a lot of airlines that are pretty convenient and small airline stuff. Haven't transferred all over to electric stuff yet, but 45-degree angle. Still, die grinders still rule the roost, I think, you know, when it comes to air. No, electric hasn't beat those yet. Aircat, 1/2 inch impact. Aircat drill. Straight die grinder. That air hammer right there. People can say what they want, but I've put that up against a Snap-on and that thing smokes it. Maybe I've got some kind of holy grail, but that thing right there beat the brakes off of a new Snap-on. So she's a gem. I've had it for a long time, but this is this thing's got some snort to it still. I don't know what the deal is, but that's the part number. AH750. Maybe they don't even make this anymore, but this thing will put the screws to it, guarantee it. So, and I got a 3/8 flathead Mac here, the AR 778, 1778 I think it is. No, 778. This thing works awesome, beast. AR 24. This is the Ingersoll Rand 3/8. Another beast, and just a blowgun, and then I got some electric Craftsman stuff there, but. So that's some punches, grease kit and oil kit, OTC hub tool, and then the last drawer I've got a seal driver, test jumper lead set. That's where my electrical jumper leads and all those are in that box there. 1/2 inch split beam torque wrench, an impact driver, SK big hammer, dead blows. Snap-on dead blows, and then my tire gauge tool. So that pretty much puts that's the deal right there. That's all of it. That's my tour of my custom US General tool cart, and hope you guys like it. Got any questions, comments? You hate it, you like it? Let me know. I'm cool with getting constructive criticism. It's getting kind of warm here in the shop. I'm gonna button this up, put the front end back together here, put my tire back on, clean out the inside of my car, get this thing, you know, kind of ready to go. But please comment, or please like and subscribe this. I will try to have more tool haul videos. I'm a big advocate of buying tools. I will buy tools whenever I think it makes the job easier. So I'm always constantly buying something new. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great Easter.